What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is David Hanlon, aka the Laptop Legend, and in this video I'm going to be talking about an $89,300 loss that I just took this past week. And because I took this loss, I now officially have 0 bags whatsoever. If you don't know what a bag is, it's a negative position that you're holding, hoping that it's going to come back. So after cutting those losses, I officially am all cash unless it's, a positive swing position that I'm holding. And this was super long overdue, man, and I just want to make this video to talk about the slippery slope that led to me getting into this position. I've actually made videos talking about cutting bags before, and I wasn't going to do it again, but I just kept one of them. I kept one of my bags, and because I still had that bag, I kept averaging down and ended up losing a whole lot more money on that bag. And so it's pretty frustrating, obviously, that I have to make kind of the same type of video again. But I think this is going to be the most important one because it's easy to think that, if you cut your bags on stocks you might not believe in, okay, great, they're not going to come back. But most people have that one special stock where they buy into the story and they really think that that is the one that is just going to change their lives. And that's sort of what happened to me on this one. I didn't think it was going to change my life, but I truly believed in the story of this company. And honestly, I still kind of do. But I can't continue down this slippery road. So if you guys are watching this video and you are staring at positions in your account that might look like this, you're down 93% plus, you're down $50,000 or more overall. This is just one of the accounts that I had to cut them in. This video will probably be pretty helpful for you. So without further ado, let's dive into the chart, the backstory, and what the takeaways are. So again, here's just one of the screenshots. The two positions, really just one main one, was MITI. I still had some GMPR, and you can see I was also down a lot on that one. But if I go to the chart for MITI, it just did a reverse split, so currently it's MITID, so people know that the price change was due to the split, but it'll go back to MITI soon enough. But this is a stock that I made some videos about because I was super excited about it, and I bought it, I think, around right here, like January 2021, and I pretty much continued to buy throughout this entire price action. I bought some here, I may panic sold there, but I rebought, bought some here, 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 bought some here. Like I literally just kept buying and buying and buying because I so fully believed in the story of this company. And I did, buy, I had to switch IRA accounts, so I did buy one and then sold another, but overall I kept accumulating and kept putting more money into this stock. And that was a mistake. That was a big mistake because OTC stocks are on the OTC market for a reason. And it is so easy, if you listen to the due diligence on stuff, to believe in the story of a company. And the truth is, you're not going to find the 1 in a million OTC companies that actually become successful and makes it off the OTC and gives a profitable return from where you got in if you're holding for a long time. The odds are just so incredibly stacked against you that, you probably have a better chance of getting hit by lightning, honestly. It's that ridiculous. So if you're thinking, this one is the exception, every single person thinks that, and every single person ends up down 90, 95, 99% on their position because they think that. And if you have an OTC stock that runs 1,000% or 5,000%, it can keep fading for years and years and years and years and years. So you might think, all right, well, there's no point in cutting because I'm already down so much from the top. But then you can get another 75% dip in a month or another 80%. It never stops. CVSI, this is a great example of a stock that just keeps fading on the backside. Might need to go 10 years on this one. So you can see this had just a crazy run. This was one of the best OTC panic days of all time right here. Just pretty much straight down from 9s down to 3s and then a big bounce back. But anyways, I just want to show you guys this chart because if you go on a year-to-year basis, 2019, what are we at? 460. All right, we go to 2020, what are we at? $1 pretty much. All right, we go to 2021. What are we at? 47 cents. We go to 2022. What are we at? 10 cents. We go to 2023. What are we at? 2 cents. So like every single year that goes by, this thing is dropping another 50, 60, 70, 80, 90%. And I guarantee you, another year goes by and this thing's gonna be probably close to sub penny, if not below. And that's just the reality of these OTC runners. And so if you get an OTC runner, it just doesn't make sense to hold it, man. And additionally, some other lessons that I should have probably mentioned before, Tim Sykes talks about this in his book, An American Hedge Fund, because he gets super invested into Cygnus. What is it? Yeah, I don't know, Cygnus, something like that. The ticker is CYGT. That was back in 2005. And it's a super illiquid OTC stock. And it's a very similar story. When it's illiquid and you start averaging down, it's pretty much impossible to get out of your position because there's not enough volume for you to actually sell the position you've been accumulating over the course of years or whatever. And there's just no buying pressure. So if you, the whale, start selling, you can have a huge impact on the price. So it's a really, really sticky situation to be in. The reason I believe in this company, man, I'll show you some of the due diligence. And again, I still believe in this company. But I just, again, the stock, I just can't continue holding on at this point. So like, to give you an idea, you know, it was built, this company was founded by the CEO of the person behind Minute Clinic. They sold that to CVS back in 2006 for $170 million. So inflation adjusted, I mean, that's a pretty hefty chunk, man. And I mean, I think the market cap of MITI right now is, I think it's less than 5 million at these current prices. So it's insanely low. And, you know, if they could sell this for $170 million at some point, obviously that would be an incredible investment. But unfortunately, this year they've just been really struggling to get their funding down. They had 6 locations open, and now, you know, they don't have any open because they had to close because they couldn't get the funding. They were trying to uplist for the past year, and they just can't get it done yet. Now, does that mean it's never going to happen? No. I still honestly think that this management team can get it done. And I actually love this business just in general. It's like a better vibes healthcare, if that makes sense. And I think we need more of these. And I want to support a business like this, but you don't invest in the stock market to provide your emotional support to businesses you care about. You invest in the stock market to make money. And if you get those two things mixed up, you know, you care about a business, you believe in the story versus you want to make money, they just don't mix. They do not mix. And that's where you get screwed. So, very frustrating, obviously, to take this loss. Just want to, show you a little bit more. He was the CEO of Arby's, and that might not sound like a big deal, but Arby's, if you look at the valuation, that's a $3.8 billion company. So it's not very often that you see an OTC stock where you have the management team who was the CEO of what's now, you know, $1 billion company, and they sold previous companies for over $200 million inflation adjusted. Like that's not a very normal thing. And so it's easy to believe in that. And while I still do believe in that, I just, you know, you can't just keep holding on and adding and adding and adding to something that is just continually going down. It's not a practice that will make you money in the stock market. So if they can eventually turn it around and get uplisted and get funding, you know, I'm down to reinvest in a company like this if I have a set risk level and I don't average down. But it was a very slippery slope. So I personally had to cut this loss. And I mean, all in all, I definitely lost over 100,000 on this stock. I don't know if it hit 200,000, probably like between 150 and 200 if I had to guess. But that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money that I lost because I kept averaging down and I didn't follow my rules. So now, from now on, I have a zero exceptions policy. Zero exceptions policy. Before I was like, I'm just gonna make this one exception right here. Now it's a zero exceptions policy. GMPR, I did have that one, I think from about here, so I was positive on it for a while. But again, an OTC stock, you give it enough time, it will fade off because they like to dilute and they're just not great companies. They're very risky companies. So you hold on them too long and they'll keep going down another 80%, another 80%. So yeah, that's that. Now, my punishment, this is something kind of crazy, but I've been looking for burpees from Tim Sykes for a long time. If you guys don't follow Tim Sykes, he likes to assign burpees to people who break the rules and take losses. And I tried to get him to assign me some burpees when I was at his Miami conference, but he didn't want to assign me any burpees. He said, you look like the type of person who would enjoy that too much. That was after my ILAG loss, when I lost like over 400 grand on ILAG. So this time he actually assigned me burpees, and I'm super excited about it. He said, do one burpee for every dollar you lost. I lost $89,300, and so yeah, I'm gonna be doing 89,300 burpees, which seems pretty insane, but to do that by the end of 2023, I've got to do about 240 burpees per day, which is a lot of burpees, but I've already started and I actually made a burpee tracker. It seems a little ridiculous. I'm kind of easing into it because my joints really hurt, but hopefully within the next few weeks I can be doing them every single day and not have to take rest days. I did it yesterday and my neck is insanely sore, my elbows, etc. But I'm gonna put this link in the description. I'll probably tweet it as well, just so you guys can keep me accountable. Hopefully doing 250 plus burpees every day is gonna be a really good reminder not to bag hold. And I think by the end of the year, doing them every day, I'm gonna be like, wow, I really need to not bag hold again. So it's kind of like a two-part thing, like to remind me not to bag hold, but also a good personal challenge. I'm a big fan of David Goggins, and it just reminds me of something that he would do where you just have an insane goal, 89,000 burpees. That's a lot of freaking burpees, man. I mean, 20 burpees is not very easy. So it's gonna be a good challenge for myself, and hope you guys hold me accountable. And I hope you guys don't bag hold. No matter how amazing the company seems, it is not worth it, especially on OTC stock. But honestly, like, it doesn't even matter at this point. You get listed stocks where they drop just as much, man. So you bag hold stuff like this and you lose all your money anyway. So it's just not a good habit to be into. If you're gonna hold a stock, make sure you have a set risk, whether it's a time-based risk where you don't average down no matter what, and hopefully with just a couple days or a couple weeks max, not like a 5-year time-based risk. Or better yet, choose a percentage that you're willing to be down in your position, choose a previous support level that you're gonna risk off of, or choose a dollar amount that you're willing to risk. And if that risk breaks, then you just gotta get out, man. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, let's grow better together. Bebé, dime por qué te mientes. No puedes esconder todo lo que tú por mí sientes.